I put out a video yesterday saying Bitcoin was getting ready to break down. But now I'm telling you that altcoins are moving in, you know, all together. They're moving up. What does that mean? How is that possible? And ETH is going sideways, right? As you can see here. How does that work? Well, this is for people that don't know. Not everything moves together. Bitcoin already moved to the upside. You can see Ethereum already moved to the upside. Really nice, healthy, big move to the upside. Now it's the turn of assets that have yet to move, okay? Let's give some examples. Hello everyone, my name is Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is February 22nd, 2024. And altcoins are flying collectively, okay? We've seen, weeks prior, some altcoins move, right? Here and there, maybe a theme or a set like AI coins or like privacy coins or something like that. Do you see what I mean? But now, altcoins that need to move are moving. This is the quintessence of alt season, when you just pick an altcoin that has yet to move and it's moving. This is beautiful. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is doing what we said it was likely to do, which is top out. Right here, we're on the hourly time frame. We can see that we've got this rounded top here and this consolidation that we've been in. And remember, the analysis for Bitcoin is quite simple. Good analysis is often simple. You don't need a bunch of indicators or fibs to show you this. Like, you just sometimes draw some highly reliable lines. And what do I mean by reliable? By reliable, I mean lines that, trend lines. When I say lines, I mean trend lines that have been in place for a long period of time. So you could see that this trend line has been in place since August of 22 or July of 22, and you hit it once more in January, and now you're hitting it again. And because it's 600 days worth of resistance, it's unlikely that we break through in one fell swoop, right? We've only tried it once before, really, in January. So likely, what we're going to see with Bitcoin is that retracement to the bottom of this channel. And you can see the bottom support is also a reliable trend line. You can see back in February of 23, we hit it, and again in September. So this should be what we look towards, or look not forwards to, but what we anticipate is likely to happen with Bitcoin, okay? And we've been talking about this for quite some time, all the way through this consolidation right here. But this move is likely to happen, coming back down to the support of this channel, and that would give us the fall down into the halving. A lot of people don't understand what the halving means. People think that because the halving is coming up, we're going to blast off. No, study your fucking charts. When you see the halving, you typically get a retracement into the halving. What does that mean? So like the halving's in about 60 days, yeah? So or anticipate based off of historical halvings, and we've only had like 2 or 3 halvings, right? 3 maybe, because Bitcoin's like 12 years old, and it's around every 4 years. Every single time this has happened, so the past 2 times I think, you've retraced into the halving and then pumped out of the halving. So don't think that just because the halving is in 2 months that we pump from here. Doesn't make sense based off of what I just said, and it doesn't make sense from a technical vantage when you look at this weekly chart of Bitcoin. Really simple analysis. Typically the the more simple, straightforward analysis is the more likely analysis, right? This is a 600-day, a level of resistance. We're likely to get a retracement off of it. Nothing more than that. No Wyckoff, no Elliott wave, no Gann necessary. It's just plain old support and resistance. We hit our heads against resistance and we come down. That's Bitcoin. So on a smaller time frame, let's zoom into the 4-hourly time frame. It looks as if you've been hanging out. So, all right, you broke through, kind of, you wicked through this 600-day resistance, and you've just been dancing on it, okay? So people that are bullish think that this is going to be some sort of breakout. But let's say we did get a breakout. If you got a breakout, what you would see is something like this. You hit your head, you come back, you break it, you come back and retest it, and then you go. Study breakouts. Breakouts don't work when you dance on the resistance. That is a telltale bearish signal right there, okay? So breakouts don't typically happen like this. You typically get a retracement, a big one or a small one, break clean through the resistance, then retest it, okay? So that's kind of, again, study your charts. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Look at what breakouts look like. If you study breakouts, you'll understand that this ain't breaking out anytime soon, or it's unlikely to. So if Bitcoin does indeed keep hanging out here, then it's just gonna go sideways more and more. And everything else that has already run, everything else that is sort of slated to retrace in a major way is likely going to do the same. The Ethereums of the world, the Chainlinks of the world. So we're going to have a look at those and see, are they indeed consolidating sideways? Meanwhile, as Bitcoin is consolidating sideways, we are getting some serious moves in the altcoin space. Okay? You can see Dent is up 10% today. You can see Litentry is up 20% for the day. You can see Ren is up 10% for the day and still moving. RSR is up 11%. We haven't seen this. For the past, I will say, 1,000 days, we haven't seen a wholesale altcoin move like this, where things are really moving. Not just like one thing, but like sustainably, like little by little moving. And it's not just one actual asset, it's a collection of assets. Okay, and you can see this reflected actually. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Bitcoin dominance chart, okay? So Bitcoin dominance, let's fix the screen really quickly, guys. And if you find value in this analysis, please like, share, and subscribe. Consider buying me a coffee at the pinned link below. My screen's a little slow here. Let me try that again. All right, got it. So you can see here, the Bitcoin dominance chart is breaking down, okay? We got a breakdown right here. And this was cool, but, that wasn't it. There's more to this move, okay? As you can see, we found a level of support on this previous price action here. We bounced a little bit, and now it looks like this M top, right, this bearish reversal pattern is likely to break down, and that should give you the height of this move superimposed from the side of breakout. That gives you this target, finding support on this piece of price action right here. So that is a significant move, even larger than the one prior of the 2 weeks prior, okay? Because that's an actual breakdown. So what you should see likely is in the next 2 days, what took 2 weeks to materialize will now likely take 2 days if this eventually breaks down, and then we hit we find support right here in Bitcoin dominance at the bottom of the channel, okay? And so let's clean this up. Once we get to the bottom of the channel, what do we expect? We expect a retracement all the way to the midline before breaking back down again. That retracement back up is going to be the big drop in Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin, so this is tricky. This is tricky. And there's some nuance here. And if you're not like really like all into these charts and always paying attention, I can understand the confusion. I put out a video yesterday saying Bitcoin was getting ready to break down. But now I'm telling you that altcoins are moving in, you know, all together. They're moving up. What does that mean? How is that possible? And ETH is going sideways, right? As you can see here. How does that work? Well, this is for people that don't know. Not everything moves together. Bitcoin already moved to the upside. You can see Ethereum already moved to the upside. Really nice, healthy, big move to the upside. Now it's the turn of assets that have yet to move, okay? Let's give some examples. Cartesi had yet to move. So now it's moving. Zilliqa has yet to move. Well, maybe not Zilliqa. Reserve rights had yet to move. So now it's moving, right? A lot of examples in the altcoin space had yet to move. Here's Quant had yet to move, right? And it still has yet to move. It still needs to go up. So we're talking about some major moves to the upside from assets that have yet to move. Okay? But we don't expect for this to happen, to keep going. Nothing goes in a straight line. We want to pay attention to Saturday. Why Saturday? Because that's the 24th. The 24th is the next full moon. The next full moon should bring about another or the next local market bottom. So be very careful. If indeed the altcoin of your choosing does go up substantially, look at Ren for instance. Let me just show you this. Look at this. Look at that pattern breaking out. Do you see that? Descending level of resistance lasting from November of 2023 just broke, right? And that's going to break out. That's going to continue. That's been months in the making. Okay, we're in February. That was November. Okay, so that's 5 months, 4 or 5 months in the making. This is breaking out. Don't expect for this to go on ad infinitum. Like I said, 2 days, and then I would take profit because the next full moon should yield that next bottom. So in and around the 24th. So you just have to be on your P's and Q's. Things don't go up in a straight line. They do not go on uninterruptedly, and the market can be messy. So there is some nuance to it, and everything's a little different. As I've said before, you do want to focus on assets that have yet to run, not assets that have already run, like Chainlink, for instance. So again, here's another example of an asset that has already run. We're looking at assets that have run or that are running, and meanwhile, you can see Chainlink is printing a head and shoulders bearish reversal pattern. We don't expect it to run because it already ran. I've talked about this ad nauseum on this channel, so I'm not going to do it again. But just be mindful. Not all altcoins are in the same position. You want to position yourselves in those that have yet to run. That's all I wanted to say today. So yeah, watch out for that move. But if you can, carefully take advantage of some altcoins that are going to run before the retracement this weekend. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Like, share, and subscribe if you got value, or consider buying me a coffee at the pinned link below. And I'll see you next time too.